Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Merchant Advisory Services YouTube channel. My name is JP Biambi. I'm the CEO of Merchant Advisory Services. Today, I'd like to talk about dual pricing and how much you can save. What are some of the things to consider if dual pricing is good for your business? We're going to talk about that today. I want to share some of my thoughts with you. If you're a business owner that accepts credit cards from your customers, any non-cash payments, you have the ability to manage your merchant account to help reduce costs. It's an area for cost reduction. If you ever want to consider lowering your expenses to try to increase your profit margins during an economic downturn or when sales are low, the merchant account is a place to start. It's a place where you can lower the fees. You'll be able to keep more of the money you collect with this new exciting pricing program called dual pricing. Most business owners ask, well, what is it? What makes it different from surcharging or cash discounting? Well, those are some great questions. The difference between dual pricing and surcharging is that dual pricing offers customers a discount when paying in cash, whereas surcharging adds an additional charge where there's a line item that says, hey, there's an increase in the fee for paying with a credit card. That's the difference. So if you want to consider the difference between dual pricing and cash discounting, there really isn't any, because that is the same thing. Unlike surcharging, where they're adding an additional fee, when it comes to cash discounting, the business is offering the customer a discount for paying in cash. And that is identical to dual pricing. It's the opposite of surcharging. It's offering a discount instead of an additional charge or a surcharge. Dual pricing, cash discounting, the same thing. Just imagine every time you pull up to a gas station, or every time you pull into a gas station, you've seen two prices, cash, credit. After a while, we don't even notice that they're showing us two different prices, cash and credit. So one of the keys to dual pricing is displaying two prices, cash and a credit, debit. The cash price is lower, has to be, which is why you're offering a discount to the consumer for paying them paying in cash. It used to be called cash discounting. It's now called dual pricing. This is a very innovative way to reduce your fees. And if you pay a large amount of processing fees, you may want to consider this type of pricing program for your company. Well, let's talk about some of that. How to save with dual pricing. That's some of the things we want to cover. If you're a small business owner, I want to talk to you right now about some of the things you might want to consider to see if dual pricing is good for your business. Now, you might want to consider your customers' payment preferences. If your customers pay in cash, or they use other methods like ACH and they like paying in cash, dual pricing might be good for you, because those customers will realize, hey, they're giving me a discount for paying in cash, so it incentivizes them to keep paying in cash. And everyone else who pays with a credit card doesn't already mind, because we know if we're paying with a card, Amex or something else, corporate card, we're getting rewards, we're getting points. Makes sense nowadays to have the consumer pay the fee for the credit cards if they're using a credit card, because they're most likely using the card to get rewards and points like that. So why not make them pay for those instead of the business owner? Makes sense. If you're a business owner, you might want to consider that. Anyway, if you do consider that, and you are someone that wants to consider dual pricing, take a look at what a receipt will look like. Here. Notice it says a discount when there's a cash amount and there's going to be a credit amount that's a little larger. So yeah, consider your customers' payment preferences. That might be the first thing to consider. The second thing is analyze your card processing fees. Here at Merchant Advisory Services, we specialize in that. One of the things you might want to look at is how many of your customers are paying in credit and debit. How much is in cash? Do you accept ACH or not? Do you have an ATM on your premises? Do customers have access to cash? You might want to consider these items, you might want to consider these factors when deciding if dual pricing would be good for your business. Dual pricing is a great way for your business to drive extra revenue to your business, because once you've offset the fees by shifting the liability to the consumer to let them pay, you can add an ATM to your location, which Merchant Advisory Services also does. We can help you add an ATM that's on the wall, not on the floor, and takes up no space. So that way you can drive revenue for your business for those customers who realize that you offer a discount for paying in cash and then want to use an ATM. Now you've just generated some extra revenue for your company. And you've also offset any credit or debit fees that you would have paid if anybody pays with a credit card. So consider those things. And if you want, you might want to scan the QR code on the page to get in touch with us and get a savings quote to see how much you can actually save, because we actually specialize in statement analyzing merchant statements for business owners to create savings quotes. So scan the QR code and we can create a savings quote for you at no charge, a complimentary savings quote. And when we do that, we're going to let you know what your profit margins will be moving forward. We're going to show you the savings quote, and that's a dollar amount that you'll save every month. We can give you a savings quote for a dual pricing program if that's what you want. We can give you a savings quote for an Interchange Plus pricing program if that's what you want. We can even give you a savings quote for a flat fee pricing program if that's what you want. But nowadays, the most optimum way to lower or reduce your costs, depending on how your customers like to pay, is dual pricing. If you don't want to shift the fee onto the customers, you might want to consider Interchange Plus pricing. And this is where you can make a comparison of what will be better for your profit margins based on what type of business you have. Here at Merchant Advisory Services, we specialize in that. So make sure you take a moment to check us out, visit us on the web, get a savings quote. It only takes a few minutes, and you'll know exactly what your profit margins will be moving forward. We know it's going to be tax season, so these are the time to make these decisions and consider when you want to improve or increase your profit margins. Next thing is that you're going to be able to offer price transparency to your customers. It'll be clear to them on how much they're paying for items and what their discount will be if they pay in cash. And this is going to incentivize those customers to pay in cash. So now you'll have more cash on hand, and that improves the cash flow for your business. It reduces the fees you pay to collect those sales or that revenue for those sales. So yeah, if you're a small business owner, you might want to get in touch with us. Visit us, scan the QR code, because we can help you with all the legal and compliance issues. When you are considering dual pricing, you have to now display two prices, one for cash, which is the discounted price from the normal credit price. That might be difficult for stores that have a lot of items. You have to change all the ticket prices in your store, and that might be an issue for you. Well, you can also display it on the point of sale. And that's what the receipt's all about, or when you present somebody the prices, you can also do it on the device. And when that device has the two sale prices for them, they can see that. You can also display it somewhere at the point of sale on the item if you can. It should also be on a menu if you have it. Anywhere you can display the price of that item with the cash discount is what you should do. And we can help you with that when it comes to displaying the signage or on the point of sale device itself. So that's something we can help you with, because that's what we specialize here at Merchant Advisory Services. So to recap really quickly, let's go over that real quick. If you want to consider dual pricing for your business, first thing you might want to consider your customer payment preferences. Then you want to analyze your card processing fees and see if it actually makes sense for you. Then you can review your profit margins and see if actually that's going to actually make a difference in your bottom line, because that's what's important. Is it worth it? How much money are you making out of this? And then maybe it saves you time and not money. Who knows? But you might want to take a second and review your card processing fees and review your profit margins and consider where you want to be as opposed to where you are now. Next, consider if you're going to show your customers or offer your customers price transparency by displaying a discounted price for cash. This is going to incentivize customers to want to pay in cash, which is going to give you more cash and have more cash flow in your business. And then if you work with us here, we help you with all the legal and compliance issues with not a big deal. Basically, you have to display both prices using signage or a point of sale device, and we can help you with both of those. So, that being said, I don't want to take up too much time today, but I hope this has been very clear for everyone. You can visit our website if you want to learn more. We have a blog where we're going to be sharing a lot of information. You can also visit us on social media at any time. And you can check us out on the web at merchantadvisoryservices.com/save. And you can request a savings quote where we can help you decide whether or not dual pricing is good for you, and you'll see how much you will be able to save with the dual pricing program. And if that makes sense for you, then we can help you with the legal and compliance issues with having a terminal and or the signage that you'll need to make sure that you're legally compliant and you're able to now accept card payments from customers using this new dual pricing method. So take a moment, get in touch with us, and we look forward to hearing from you. My name is JP Biambi. I'm the CEO here at Merchant Advisory Services. You could check us out on the internet or at social media, and then we look forward to hearing from you. You can contact us by visiting our website and hitting the button in the bottom right corner that says Get Help, and then hitting call or chat to get in touch with us. All right, well, thank you. And if you enjoyed this content, if you want to learn more about how your business can accept payments or optimize accepting payments, or if you're just, interested in this type of content, definitely hit the button to subscribe. And if you enjoyed any of this, hit the like button, or if you got a comment or if there's anything that I made a mistake about, or if you got to correct me, please let me know. Share your comments below and let me know how I can improve or I could do better. If there's something I missed out or shoulda, coulda, woulda said, let me know in the comments. All right. Thanks.